It's Payday Friday, and what better way to start off your weekend than by watching marvelous men's division action here at the National Developmental Sports League. And our games for today, we start off here at 11 a.m. with Quinto Perpetual Tires going up against the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles, followed up at 1 p.m. by Alpha Protectors versus VNS. And rounding out the games today, we've got the Ravens going up against Team Leon. And from the Metro Park Sports Center, my name is Joel Parcon alongside my partner Tati Dulce. Tati, good morning to you.
Good morning, Sir Joel.
And of course, we have 3 games on slate today. We start with 2 games in the men's division, and then we end with a game in the women's division. This rounds out our elimination phase of this National Developmental Sports League. And Tati, take us through the team standings in the men's division.
Alright, so right now we have Perpetual against Ateneo. Now this is a very big game for Perpetual. If Perpetual gets this and wins this against the Ateneo Blue Eagles, who currently have 0 wins, the Perpetuals will be able to move on to the semifinals. Now for Ateneo, I believe this is a game of not only developmental, but also a game of trying to prove their worth as a team.
Exactly. It's a matter of that big Blue Eagle pride as we move over to Quinto Perpetual Tires. Quinto Perpetual Tires, in their last game, they won under Coach Maki Carino. They won against the VNS Laticrete. And that was without we've got the game result here. They lost the first set 23-25, and then they won the sets afterwards,
right.
25-23, 27-25, and 25-19.
Right, it was a big game for Quinto, you know, especially against VNS. Both of them were, everybody was expecting VNS to win because VNS had already a win by that point. But the Quinto Tires did not let go. They really fought for that entire game. Honestly, both teams did, but good on Quinto Tires for taking it home.
Exactly. Now we move over to the other side. The Big Blue Eagles from Katipunan Ateneo de Manila University, winless here in this tournament, and they lost recently against UST 16-25, 15-25, and 21-25. They showed a little bit of strength early on, especially with that depleted lineup of UST, but they couldn't pull it out in the end.
Right, but as we all know, UST is a very strong team, one of the top teams here in the NDSL. So we could see that Ateneo would probably be able to develop their skills here in this game, and maybe they'll be able to show us that even though they are winless, they'll be able to take this one home.
And Coach Vince Mangcolabnan, of course, leading this team. And that leads us to our the third member of our panel, our courtside reporter for today, Andrea Velosa. Andrea, what's the latest?
Good morning, Joel and Tati. For the Quinto Tires, winning their game against the VNS was a huge moral booster to the team. According to Coach Maki, isang salita lang naman daw yung talaga nagpanalo sa kanila in that game, semi-finals. They really wanted to secure that spot, at kung magandang araw yung naipakita nila that game, dapat mas maganda at mas solid pa yung maipakita nila ngayong laro. Meanwhile, for Ateneo, there's a new face on the floor. Sebastian Araneta is still serving his residency, but Coach Vince is already eager to integrate him into the system and help him build chemistry with his teammates. Even though that this is their last game in the NDSL, Coach Vince is thankful for the experience and promises they'll give it everything they've got to close things out strong. With that, I will now turn you over to Marvani, our venue announcer. Marvani, let's go!
Our match at hand, the Quinto Tires, University of Perpetual Health, Altas, versus the Ateneo de Manila University Blue Eagles. Introducing our officials for this match. First referee, Jofer Educado, National Referee. Second referee, Fernando Velarde, National Referee. Let us now meet the starters. First, for the Quinto Perpetual Altas. Setter number 21, Clint Mateo. Opposite hitter number 17, Charles Palyasa. Middle blocker number 16, Arky Corpus. Outside hitter number 15, Dexter Arozado. Outside hitter number 12, Jose Miguel Arturo Albon. Team captain, middle blocker number 10, Jester Bornel. Libero number 18, Nash Dimple Abenoja. And their head coach, Michael Carino. Introducing the starters for the Ateneo de Manila University Blue Eagles. Setter number 11, Ira Taluban. Opposite hitter number 9, Carl Reyes. Outside hitter number 18, John Paulo Medino. Middle blocker number 17, Jerick Sendon. Outside hitter number 12, Lepris Atendido. Middle blocker number 7, Christopher Alejos. Libero number 2, Linuel Crisostomo. Best of luck to both teams.
As we take a look at the starters for both teams. For Quinto Perpetual, you've got Jester Bornel. You've got Jose Miguel Arturo Albon. Dexter Arozado, Arky Corpus, Charles Palyasa, and Clint Mateo with Nash Dimple Abenoja serving as the libero. Meanwhile, for Ateneo, you've got Christopher Alejos, Lepris Atendido, John Paulo Medino, Carl Reyes, Ira Taluban, and you've got Jerick Sendon as well, and you've got the libero, who is Lanuel Crisostomo. First serve goes to Clint Mateo for Quinto Perpetual. And immediately it is an error.
Clint Mateo got MVP last game, best player of the game for Clint Mateo. He was a setter during that game, which is very surprising considering that he's originally an opposite hitter.
Here's Atendido with a service ace. Lepris Atendido, one of the projects nitong si Coach Vince Mangolabnan. Off-timed on that set there. And that's Alejos with a slam.
You know, I do believe that Ateneo has more of something to prove in this game. You know, maybe it's high pressure for Perpetual, yes, to move on to the semifinals. But I do believe the reason why Ateneo is working so hard, especially right now, so early in the game, is because, you know, they're a UAAP team that was really, really looked, you know, upon for a very long time.
Exactly. And what's more, I mean, they've got nothing to lose basically right now.
True.
So they're probably playing a little more free.
Yeah.
As Palyasa getting that point for Quinto Perpetual.
Serving for Quinto Perpetual number 15, Dexter Arozado.
And so the score is now 3-1. But that service is too long.
Arozado also had this problem back in the Wednesday game. he is so great in power. You know, he's a very powerful player, and you can see it by his hits from spikes to attacks to service. It's all about control and consistency on his end.
What a block there, though. I couldn't see it from my angle. Let's take a look here in the replay. Who made that block? That was Medino with the block point. Going back to what you were saying, yes, it's really about control, especially in such. You've got to be precise in a game like this, just like that.
Right.
So that's Albon with a point, getting that ball to zone number 5. Arky Corpus with the service. Oh, poor receive by Atendido. So that's a service ace for Arky Corpus.
It seems both teams are struggling with defense right now, focusing on aggression against each other in the offense.
And oh, still a poor receive there by Atendido. He tried it the other way this time. However, that goes out. That's an attack error.
Ateneo trying to tell his teammates to calm down.
Oh, violation. No. That was the reaching beyond the net. As the score is tied at 5-all, Coach Vince calls for a timeout. We'll be back.
Coach Mackey about their win against VNS. He just smiled, proud of his players, but clear there's no room to relax even with a semi-final spot secured. That's what he teaches his rookies. Once you let up, it hits you mentally and chips away at your confidence. He praised Mateo's leadership as a center and Albon's solid performance, but reminded everyone not to settle. As he told me earlier, Andrea, ang totoong sense ng manlalaro ay hindi tumitigil gawin yung tama para sa skills niya. Joel and Tati.
And thank you for that report, Andrea. So complacency is the enemy for any professional athlete. Well, any athlete for that. As that was a successful point for Sendon once again. And Medino follows it up with a kill.
Good on Medino, one of the more consistent players for Ateneo in all games that we've seen.
Yes, exactly.
Sir Joel. I'd like to think that Medino, you know, he's going to be one to look at on this upcoming UAAP season.
Meanwhile, Reyes with a serve. Oh, another hit by Medino sends that ball sailing to the second floor as we head to the first technical timeout. The score is 8-5. Ateneo de Manila University Blue Eagles. That's Medino on your screens. John Paulo Medino has hit on 3 attacks so far for this first set. Carl Reyes serving. Strong service. And that is a service ace for Carl Reyes. Ateneo has now gotten 4 straight points after falling behind. So after that timeout, that early timeout by Coach Vince, agad-agad nakakuha ng momentum itong mga bata niya. Yun lang, nabate.
You know, both teams right now, I'd like to think they're just warming up. You know, that's why a lot of it is errors. But good on Ateneo for trying to adjust, especially a while ago with that timeout.
Ngayon, chance naman for the Quinto Perpetual to mount their own run. Abenoja. Oh, off the block.
You know, Abenoja is also a very consistent libero. I'd like to think that he really carries the defense in Quinto Tires.
And that was Clint Mateo once again with that point. Despite the fact that you said in previous games he was a setter. This time they want him to score.
They do want him to score.
Going back to what you were saying about Abenoja, that receive earlier, that dig, that was beautiful. But here's the counter attack. Reyes a little soft, but it was enough to get the point.
I believe Mateo is still the setter today.
Oh.
I think it was just like
Just
a
for
very good play since Abenoja was the one that set up for Mateo. And I think that's the good part about having very diverse roles in volleyball, especially if you can play any like a utility player. It gets a lot of different strategies, different plays going.
Albon's hit is strong. Third touch. Makes it. And Cornell.
Cornell, also one of the good spikers for Quinto Tires.
That gives them a 2-point lead, 10-8. Receive is there. Straight to Clint, but the spike is long. And serving right now is Jerick Sendon. And Abenoja just lets it sail over his head.
Nice read by Abenoja. As they say, if it goes over the shoulder, it's probably out. But also you can't tell because it depends on your height.
Exactly. Ooh, booming serve there. Off the block. Rosado.
A little bit too low for Alejos there. He wasn't able to do that running quick play properly.
So here comes Jester Bornell once again. Rosado wanted to punch it through. Net touch violation. And so the score is tied at 11.
Serving for Quinto Perpetual, number 10, Jester Bornell.
Taluban with a set. Here's Atendido down into zone number 6.
Atendido, one of the taller players in the team.
Oh, that was a bad receive there, but they keep it alive. Taluban setting it up once again. And Medina tried doing it softer. That would be a point.
Medina really flew from the back row. I don't know if that was intentional, but it seemed that the set was a little bit far.
Clint Mateo with the serve. Good receive there. Here's Atendido. That's a little off. You could see it in his footwork, but they send it back to the right spot. Alejos with the point. Hardly fought first set so far, 13-12. And that is another service error.
A lot of Quinto Perpetual's points are coming from Ateneo's errors right now, which is what the coach of Ateneo wants to stop since a while ago.
Here comes the serve. Oh! That's went straight for me. Buti na lang, lumagpas.
Maybe Sir Joel, you should show them your amazing volleyball skills.
No, one hit of the volleyball and I'm out for a week. I won't be able to move my arm. And that is another service error, that is.
No team right now seems to be pulling away in terms of offense nor defense.
It is tied at 14-all.
Yes.
Arky Corpus serving for Quinto Perpetual. And easy drop.
That was a beautiful drop ball. He saw that hole in the center and took it.
That's Sendon. Carl Reyes serving. Now that's wide left. So that's, to my count, 3 straight service errors for Ateneo. They can't keep their serve. They're getting the points, but they're not keeping the possession. Meanwhile, that is a service ace for Palyasa as we head to our second technical timeout. Score is 16-15. Palyasa serving here. Just barely gets it over. Here's Medino. Blocked by the 2 men of Quinto Perpetual. Taluban sets it up for Medino once again. Albon will attack. Gets it through.
You could see how Albon was itching since a while ago to get that point. You can really tell when a player is super giggle and they really want to get that. Albon was doing that a while ago.
He wanted that possession. Medino. That will go out and it will be another point for him. Another ball that went right at us.
Yes, and I caught it. I was so cool.
Number 18, John Medino, serving for ATENEO.
And Medino will now serve. And it will be another service error.
Ateneo's service errors might be their downfall this set if they don't stop.
Yes, it is now 18-16 in favor of Quinto Perpetual. Oh, finding that spot, Lepris Atendido.
You know, Taluban as a setter has been playing it very safe with his spikers right now. You're not seeing a lot of very creative plays, but we'll see how it goes as the game continues.
I'll try to be sneaky there, but got repelled by Alejos. That was Bornel wanted to be sneaky with the 1-2. Ooh, ball is live. And that will be a point for another point for Alejos.
The Quinto Tires need to be more careful about their over receives.
As it's now a 1-point lead for the Ateneo Blue Eagles. We'll be back. The Quinto Perpetual Tires finding themselves down by 1. They've surrendered 3 straight points to the Blue Eagles. Let's take another look at that precise attack from Alejos. Speaking of precision, Rosado with another point.
Rosado more precise with his score there.
Bornel this time serving for Quinto Perps. Over receive. Rosado once again. Another strong attack. Over receive once again. And that will be a point for Quinto Perpetual on a net touch. I'm noticing that Lepris Atendido, for all of his power in his spikes, he is having a little bit of difficulty with his receives.
Right, I think Ateneo since a while ago, a team as a whole, is kind of struggling in terms of defense. If a lot of the receives were better, actually, maybe they'll be able to have more better offensive play. And like I said, the Luban will be able to have more creative sets for his team.
True. And given all of that, they are still tied with Quinto Perps right now, 20-all. Let's take a look at this, and that is Alejos once again showing the way for the Blue Eagles.
Speaking of receives, the Quinto Tires really need to work on their over-receiving issue right now. It's a bit too close to the net. Ateneo is known for their joust game by the net, and I don't think the Quinto Tires want to go against that.
Oh, good block there by the wall of Ateneo. That is on the line by Reyes. Another timeout on the floor. Score is 22-20. Ateneo up by 2. The Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles. Technically out of this tournament already, but still fighting with a lot of pride. And that young man, Carl Reyes, showing the way alongside Christopher Alejos. Albon, that's long, and there is a net touch.
Reyes kind of touching his shirt there. I don't think he really meant to touch the net.
Here's the Luban with a set once again to the back for Medino. Chance ball here. Reyes! That's out. Oh, they give the point to Ateneo.
Arrozado and Corpus touched the ball, I believe.
So it was off the touch. Oh. Thank God for instant replay. Palyasa. And that is John Paulo Medino off the block.
This is what I mean. Palyasa almost got an injury there because of how close the ball is to the net.
Set point for Ateneo here. Lepris Atendido. Gets it over. Here's Arrozado. He's blocked, but it goes out.
Arrozado utilizing that off the block scenario.
Substitution for Kings of Perpetual. Number 15, Arrozado out. Number 24, top one.
So the score is 24 to 22.
Serving for Kings of Perpetual, number 24, Mark Lemuel, top one.
Quinto Perpetual trying to stay alive here. Here's a set. Still there. Taluban will just send it over. And that is another point for Archie Corpus. Timeout called by the Ateneo de Manila University Blue Eagles. Score is 24 to 23. Archie Corpus, one of the stalwarts for Quinto Perpetual. Taking another look at that last shot.
Serving for Quinto Perpetual, number 24, Mark Lemuel, top one.
Tangon. He came off the bench. And net violation for Ateneo has knotted this game up as 24 all.
Good morning, everyone. What a very interesting first game in the first set.
And Tangon will serve once again. We only want to serve you the best.
Ball is out. One for Ateneo.
And we do that here at the NDSL Volleyball Series.
Ateneo once again at set point.
Aleos with a chance to close this set out. Here's Albon. Taluban to Medino, and that closes it out.
Medino ending it with his usual honestly, Medina doing great so far in this set one.
And so Ateneo wins 26-24. Let's take another look at that set-ending spike. Well set by Taluban as well. We head to the second set. This is just the first game, NDSL Volleyball Series 2025. As we take a look at our set recap brought to you by Black Mamba Energy Drink. So that first set went an extra possession.
Yes, I believe Ateneo is actually doing really well. You know, it was a bit of a struggle at the start of the first set, you know, especially in terms of defense. But you could say the same thing for Quinto Tires. Quinto Tires need to work on their over-receives, while Ateneo in general just need to work on their floor defense. But all in all, in terms of offense, both teams are very aggressive so far. They both are showing how much they want to win this game. Perpetual because stakes are high to go into the semifinals, and Ateneo because they have something to prove.
Exactly, something to prove and nothing to lose. That's just a bad combination for opponents.
Yes. But right now, I honestly do not know who is going to win this game, Sir Joel. It seems both teams are actually on equal footing.
John Paulo Mendino showing the way in that first set. He scored a total of 6 points.
I believe in Ateneo, the ones that are standing out right now are Medino, Atendido, and Alejos, I'd like to say. Taluban, as a setter, really needs to become less safe.
Less safe.
Less safe.
More or
I'd
less safe?
More or less safe.
Okay. Plus minus safe. So just safe.
But I believe more creative plays on Ateneo's end will be able to get through the blocks and the defense of the Quinto Tires.
As we're just about ready to start the second set. And we're waiting for... Are we looking for the ball? Or no, they just wanted to make sure that everyone is in the right positions.
Right. As we know, volleyball is very strict about rotation.
We will start set number 2.
Set number 2. Ira Taluban will serve. Oh! That's on the line for Dexter Arrozado to start the second set.
Arrozado, I hope we find more consistent attacks from him.
Now, you mentioned that this has been one of the chinks in his armor, his serving.
Right.
We'll see if he has improved. And we get the point. So that's another service error.
Consistency on Arrozado's end is all that matters right now, because actually he has so much potential to be this great player and take control of this match.
Another one with a lot of great potential is this young man, Lepris Atendido. And it looks like he has the same problem.
You know, I really thought it was because both teams needed to warm up in terms of service, but maybe it's just taking longer than usual.
Arky Corpus, he was on the service line for quite some time in the first set. Alejos with that soft touch.
Quinto Tires really needs to stop that joust in the net with Ateneo, because Ateneo actually proves that they are good at the fight by the net.
Good serve by Alejos. Oh, what a flight by Palyasa there. He was in the air for about 2 seconds.
Serving for Quinto Perpetual, number 17.
And he will serve now. Good serve. Finally a good receive from Atendido there. And that's out.
Point for Quinto Perpetual.
Atendido, I believe, just trying to get through the block, but kind of played it safe a bit too much.
Number 17.
So he has to be more or less safe as well.
I think that's just Ateneo in general, more or less safe.
Here's a set. Good dig there by Palyasa, but the second ball, they couldn't get it. Sendon with a point.
To serve for Ateneo, number 9, Carl Reyes.
Reyes serving. Oh, and that is a net touch on Medino. Tried to be too creative there.
Mateo not disappointing as a setter. Doing really well there with that back quick.
Number 12, Jose Miguel Arturo Albon.
Albon. There's the joust again.
Ball goes to the net.
A bit too low there by Mateo to Bornell.
Let's take another look at that. Oh,
I think it was an attempt at an A quick, and they got a bit too excited.
true. Here's Medino with a serve. That is way, way long.
Way.
It looked like it wanted to go back to the Makati area.
The Makati. That's far.
That's far. Here's Reyes with a good attack.
That was an attempt of a great save from Quinto Tires.
Albon couldn't get to it in time, as we are looking for the utility to wipe down the wet spot here.
But still, until this point, I actually still cannot tell who has the upper hand in this game. Both teams doing really well with each other.
Number 17, Jerry Sendon, serving.
And that save attempt heads to us. Another point for Ateneo.
Jerry Sendon, serving for Ateneo.
Good defense. The wall, but on the second try,
Arizado with that take two. Got through the blocks.
Serving for Quinto Perpetual, number 21, Clint Mateo.
Mateo will serve. There's Atendido. Dunks it down. And literally, I think that he can actually dunk the basketball if he were a basketball player. But he is a volleyball player.
Right. I'd like to think a lot of volleyball players would actually be great at basketball. You know,
Me
like
too.
like me.
We have to see that one of these days. We have to see that one of these
You
days.
guys should see me dunk.
From the free throw line. Anyway, Lepris Atendido, one of the younger players of the Ateneo team.
There we go, finally wiping off.
Our utility lady here. Here's the Luban with the serve. Received by Abenoja. And there is a net violation for Quinto Perpetual. So we head to the first technical timeout with Perpetual up 8-7. We'll be back.
As you guys mentioned, Medino's consistency this series, Coach Vince was eager to see him step up even more today, along with fellow rookie Atendido, who's also doing well this game. What he's asking from not just his rookies, but also his veterans is simple: composure, the ability to execute and perform under pressure. At this point, Coach Vince says it's less about chasing wins and more about seeing his players grow, which for him is already a victory. Still, it's clear his team wants to end their NDSL journey with a win. Back to you guys.
Yeah, thank you for that report, Andrea. So yeah, these rookies, these youngsters, Medino and Atendido, they will pave the way for the Blue Eagle future.
But that's what we've been saying, you know, the idea that Ateneo wants to end this with a win. They want this game just as much as the Perpetual does.
Oh, and they show it there as Reyes slamming that ball to the floor.
Number 12, the Priest Atendido, serving for the
And
Blue
here's one of the
Eagles.
two players that Andrea was mentioning, Le Pris Atendido. I wonder what Pris means.
Ball is out. Point
The
for
price
Quinto
Atendido.
Perpetual.
Wow, did you just come up with
Yeah,
that now?
I did. I don't know.
It's like you come up with nicknames for players every game.
Number 16, Arcade Corpus, serving for the Altas.
As Corpus with a serve. Better receptions now by Atendido. That's Jester Bornell with a kill block.
Bornell also doing really good, becoming a very good, consistent player for his team.
Serving for Quinto
And he was the only one who was
16.
blocking that shot. Arky Corpus hopes to stay in the service line for quite some time once again. That's off the block. Chester Bornell with another point.
Timeout.
As Coach Vince will call a timeout. Score is 11-8, 3-point lead for Perpetual.
Of Quinto.
Argy Corpus. This will be his third serve. Oh, that was behind. As Jester Bornell with the rejection.
Bornell really shutting down Ateneo with his blocks and his attacks.
3 straight points for him. So just like in the first set, Arky Corpo spending some time in the service line.
Right, the more consistent serve. I think the only consistent server of the game so far.
Palyasa straight into the hands of Atendido. Chance ball, Bornel wanted to get it through.
With his left hand.
Ball is still live. Here's Medina wants to end it, and it is off the touch.
Nice aggressive play there by the Quinto Tires.
Getting them, but it was that aggressive strike as well by Medino that got them that point. A little too long, so that will be a point.
I'm starting to wonder if Bornel is, ambidextrous, using both his right and his left hand whenever he wants to.
He probably is. Palyasa will now serve. Ooh! Sendon with a lightning bolt, and the Perpetual defense got thunderstruck.
You can say, Sendon be sending it. Hey.
Hey!
Chat, did you hear that, chat?
Here's Reyes. And once again, Jester Bornel not making any jokes.
Bornel really standing out in the Quinto Tires from set 1 to set 2.
Meanwhile, standing out for Ateneo, John Paulo JP Medino.
You know, you'd think somebody with JP Medina's height wouldn't be that good of a wing spiker, but he is proving all the stereotypes wrong.
And here he is at the serve. Soft touch there, just enough. The line serving as another defender.
Rosado laughing because I think he was also struggling with what he wanted to do mid-air.
You know what? What do they say? It's better to be lucky than good.
Real.
Bornel will now serve. Over receive there. Mateo setting it up. Kaluban. To Reyes. Oh. That was another error for Ateneo, so we head to our second technical timeout with Quinto Perps up 16-11. This is the NDSL Volleyball Series 2025. Jester Bornel once again at the service line. He has been, as you said, that he stand out, but he makes an error. Ganun talaga pag binabate, eh, no?
That's why I just don't say anything anymore.
Pabati pa nga lang ako nun eh. As soon as I said stand out, he makes a service error. Ball hits the net. Sendon. That's out. Was it off the touch? No. So Rosado wanted to get a point there.
Arrozado and his consistency. But you know what? When he does score a point, he scores a point.
Here's Sendon once again. Ooh, strong hit by Arky Corpus there.
I think Arky really felt that deep within his soul.
He went for that running attack. Got that point. Clint Mateo will serve. Quick play gets the better of two Perpetual players. Alejos will score, keeping them in this game, 17-14. Ira Taluban, so service has rotated. And through that defense, Arrozado with a score. He will now serve. They're up by 4. And once again, the Dexter Arrozado service errors continue. He will need to work on that.
Both his attacks and his service in terms of consistency. He's got the power down, you know. It's just a matter of like knowing where to put the ball. So precision.
Precision, yes, exactly. Set is up, and the ball is in for Arky Corpus.
I think Medino tricked everyone there. Everybody thought he was about to do a drop ball, but instead came up with that wonderful quick play.
So Arky Corpus will serve. Here's Medino on the attack. That's long, but it is off the block.
There is a touch. That's a point for ATENEO.
First referee Jover Educado saying that there was a touch, so it will be a point for JP Medino.
Number 7, Alejos out. Number 16, Almagro in.
Almagro checks in. He is their service, specialist.
Specialist.
Serving for ATENEO, number 16, Andre John Almagro.
That's long.
Ball is out. Point for ATENEO.
Attack error there. So this has gotten a little closer. That lead down to 2, 19-17.
John Almagro serving for the Blue Eagles.
And Jester Bornell going back at the defense of Almagro.
Number 17, Paliasa out. Number 6, Favelia in.
So Paliasa will check out.
16, Almagro out. Number 7, Alejos in.
And that is Favilla checking in for Quinto Perpetual. That is a service ace by Favilla.
The way Medino and Ateneo just stared.
As we've got a timeout, scores 21-17, 4-point lead for Quinto Perpetual.
17.
Favilla, who just entered the game, immediately paying dividends with that service ace in between Medino and Atendido. That time Medino made sure to receive it. Pavilla setting it up. And talk about hustle. Reyes going after that ball. On the joust, it is a point for Quinto Perpetual.
Quinto Perpetual now has the upper hand. All that matters now is for them to keep their momentum going.
5-point lead. For the men in white and maroon. But that was a service error.
Number 21, Mateo out. Number 7, Muhammad in. Substitution for Ateneo. Number 11,
Mateo checks out. And Muhammad checks in for Quinto Perpetual.
Number 9, Carl Reyes.
Carl Reyes will serve. That will go out.
Point for Quinto Perpetual.
So exchanging service errors are the two teams.
Number 12, Albon out. Number 24, Tamon in.
Albon will check out. Tangon will check in.
Substitution, number 9, Reyes out. Number 10, Bahia in.
Reyes out. Bahia in.
For Quinto Perpetual, number 24, Mark Lemuel Tamon.
Tangon with a serve. Here's Quinto Perpetual on the attack. That is long.
You know, if Quinto really wants to take this home, they really need to stop doing these types of errors, knowing full well that they need to take it home.
They are still up by 4 though, 23-19 as we head to this timeout. John Paulo Medino will now serve for Ateneo. You're still with us here at the Met Park Sports Center, located in Met Park, which is a modern cultural district in the heart of Pasay. Arrozado scores off the block.
You know, if Arizado won't be able to control his power like a while ago, I think the best way to go to really is for him to utilize the off-the-block attacks.
Here's Vesta Bornel. Medino too strong once again. And that will end the second set. Perpetual takes it 25-19. The set count is now tied at 1 apiece. We will be back for the third set. As we take a look at our Black Mamba Energy Drink set recap, one apiece for both Quinto Perpetual and Ateneo. First set went to Quinto Perps, 24, to Ateneo though, 24-26, and then Quinto Perps got the second set, 25-19.
You know, I truly believe both teams now are very warmed up. It's just a matter of service error, I believe, for both sides. I don't think, in terms of offense and defense, they're both doing really well, both working on their receives. Again, both teams on equal footing right now. Both teams wanting it just as bad. Now it's just a matter of who makes the less errors as we move on.
JP Medino, he had a couple of attack errors there in the second set, although overall he has been doing very well for Ateneo. Meanwhile, for Quinto Perpetual, it's been more distributed. Their offense has been more distributed.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised if both teams bring this to a fifth set.
What better way to start off your payday Friday? And of course, we would like to thank all of our sponsors here. You've got Don Benito Sampambansang Cassava, Spalding, our official ball, and of course our broadcast partner Nudge Plus. We've also got Finn Cotton, Dieg Movement, Fresh Kicks. As we have the new player for Ateneo, that's Sebastian Araneta. As that is on the line for JP Medina, as we were just mentioning him.
Araneta, very good decoy there with Medino coming from the back row.
That's something I've only previously seen in anime.
Haikyuu mentioned.
Exactly. Oh, Atendido just got it through. And this will be one of the areas where Araneta will be important. As Arozado got it through the defense off the block. None of the defense touched it, but it still was in, basically. But I was mentioning, this is another place where Araneta might be important. The fact that he's tall. Imagine a front line of Araneta and Atendido.
This is Araneta's debut, I believe, so I think a lot of nerves are still there. And, you know, his teammates have warmed up. Let's see if he'll be able to catch up real quick.
So here's Arozado serving. Let's see if the change in sides has done him well. Oh, better there. Reyes sending it back. And that ties the score up at 2 apiece.
Good on Taluban, utilizing all his strikers.
Oh, that was a service error. So, point will go back to Quinto Perps. Taluban setting it up. Good receive by Arozado. But it's a chance ball. Taluban has every option open. Cornell blocked it. Blocked that hit by Atendido, but there was no one covering down low.
Atendido from the back row. Taluban really now doing more creative plays, as I mentioned a while ago, which we wanted more from him. Now he's actually doing it.
Probably heard you, Tati. That is a service ace. And Reyes expressing his joy there.
Number 9, Carl Reyes, serving for Ateneo.
Carl Reyes with another serve. Gets it through. Albon from the back line. And our referee is asking for help from our utility lady, Jose Arturo Albon. That ball was a love letter to the hardwood. Signed, sealed, and delivered.
Wow.
Now serving Charles Palyasa. Oh, just enough.
Taluban was read by the Quinto Tires on that drop ball.
Serving for Quinto Perpetual, number 17.
So that point goes in, giving Quinto Perps a 1-point lead. Another good block there. Jester Bornell really asserting his dominance on that wall. As Coach Vince Mangalabnan calls for a timeout, we'll be back.
Coach Vince's three-word reminder to Ateneo before this third set: confidence, patience, and maturity. He said the second set got sloppy because they grew complacent and most importantly, stopped following the system. His message was simple: wala akong bagong utos guys, balik lang sa sistema, trust your game, and the results will come. Joel and Tati.
Thank you for that report, Andrea Veloso. Confidence, patience, and maturity. I think those are words to live by, not only on the volleyball court, but in life as well. As that's a service error that gives a point to Ateneo. But going back to Andrea's report, so yeah, Ateneo, they're still trying to build that system. A lot of young players, especially in this NDSL team. So yes, they're still working out some kinks, and then Coach Vince probably just telling them, just go back to the system, just work on it, and it will yield good results for them. As Medino on the service line. Oh, that was off from Taluban. Sorry, that's Mateo.
I believe Mateo feels really bad about that. Now he's calling his next play for his spikers to be ready.
Well, they don't need it, as that's a service error for Medino. Giving the lead back to Quinto Perps. Oh, and they just nagpalitan lang sila ng service errors.
Which they've been doing since set
Oh,
one.
these two, especially Medino and Albon, they did it, I think, in the first set as well.
Number 17, Jelly Sendon, serving for Ateneo.
Sendon. Oh, power dunk there by Bornell. Against the front line that we said,
Right.
Araneta and Atendido. As we head to the first technical timeout, it's 8-7 in favor of Quinto Perpetual. And of course, what would the NDSL Volleyball Series 2025 be without Com JV Sumagaysay on the site here to supervise the activities. Minsan pa nakasama ko pang naging analyst ko pa si Com JV.
Right.
Swerte ko nun.
Sir JV also an analyst for the V-League.
As Medino with a score there. Knotting this game up at 8. Oh, Medino, he knew immediately after he hit that. Arozado with the score.
Coach of Ateneo talking to Araneta as the middle blocker.
Probably that shouldn't get past you anymore. Well, if it doesn't get past the net, they'll take that. Here's Lebris Atendido. Arozado. And Atendido looking as if he was shot there by the spike of Arozado.
Arozado getting through between Araneta and Reyes. You know, with their height, that's actually really impressive. So Ateneo will need, or at the very least, Araneta will need to work on his blocking. Misreceived there by Ateneo. Taluban struggling to get that set up.
Number 15, Dexter Arozado, serving for Quinto Perpetual.
Arozado once again. Reyes on the line. Keeping Ateneo in this. They're down by just one. Sebastian Araneta serving once again. Oh, and Palyasa in between Araneta and Atendido once again.
I believe Araneta's nerves might be getting to him here in his debut game.
It's all good. That's his first game. This will also be a means for them to evaluate what other areas or what areas he needs to work on.
Right, it's a developmental league after all.
As Reyes punching it through. He will now serve. But he will commit a service error.
This could be an opportunity for the Quinto Tires to pull away now.
Receive was a little short. Abenoja forced to take the second ball. But there is a fault, net touch on Ateneo.
Very lucky point there for Quinto Tires with Abenoja for putting that set a little bit too over.
So Alejos has checked back into the game. Perpetual is up by 3. Palyasa. That ball sails to the baseline. Medino will serve.
Number 18, John Paulo Medino, serving for Ateneo.
And that's a service error. Again, exchanging service errors. Let's see if Albon will exchange one as right back.
Let's hope not.
Number 12, Kendall Albon, serving.
And good hit by Lepris Atendido off the block.
Atendido and Medino really pulling the weight in Ateneo's offense.
Alejos will now serve. That's a good reception. Good hit. And that is the attack by Jester there. So sending us to our second technical timeout, 16-13 in favor of Perpetual. And we're back here. Quinto Perpetual up by 3, 16-13 as we take another look at that last play. Just a smooth set. And that scream from Jester Bornell. Showing everybody he's not joking. Soft touch there. Here's Arrozado. Taluban sets up Cruz. That's a little off. Mateo to Arrozado. This time it's strong. And it goes to Perpetual.
Arrozado becoming more consistent now with his attacks.
Number 10, Jester Bornell, serving for Quinto Perpetual.
So, Quinto Perpetual's Jester Bornell will serve. Ball is live. Here's Atendido getting it through.
Taluban really relying on Atendido and Medino for the more consistent plays from the wings.
The serve for ATENEO, number 11, Ira Anuma.
And that's a service ace for Taluban.
Official score 17-15 in favor of Quinto Perpetual. Number 11, Ira Anuma, serving for the Blue Eagles.
It got through the arm of Albon there as Arrozado, his attacks, as you mentioned, getting more and more consistent.
I believe that's good, especially now here in the third set in the second half. Arrozado really pulling the team with him.
Serving for the Altas.
Mateo, our player of the game in the Quinto Perp's previous game. Atendido will send it through and we'll get a point. Lepris Atendido with the French cannon.
Croissant.
And he will now serve. Arrozado once again.
Arrozado with his back-to-back offensive spikes. Crazy. Finally doing what we've been saying that we hope he'd do. Find that precision with his power.
Now, the change in sides may have worked for him. Albon He was rejected there. And so it will be a point for Araneta. His first point, I believe, here in the NDSL.
Number 22, Araneta. Number 16, Almagro.
And so Almagro, once again, service specialist.
Number 16, Andre John Almagro.
Ooh! As Albon making sure there.
Reyes and Alejos a bit too far from the net. The block wasn't able to be close enough.
Number 16, Almagro.
Nakita din kasi ni Albon na wala na dun si Araneta.
Araneta's height is very intimidating.
Number 16, Arky Corpus.
Meanwhile, Arky Corpus serving. One-handed set, but it was beyond the antenna.
Ball is out. Point for Quinto Perpetual. Timeout.
Timeout is called by Ateneo. They're down by 4, 17-21. We'll be back.
17.
And Arky Corpus serving for Quinto Perpetual. Quinto Perpetual up by now just 3. As Corpus with a service error there. Score is 21-18. This is the third set. The match is tied at 1 set apiece. Ateneo got the first one and Quinto Perpetual got the second. Meanwhile, that is too strong for Palyasa. As a timeout is called, this time by Coach Maki Carino. We'll be back. Carl Reyes serving for Ateneo. And it is a service error.
And the substitution, number 17, Palyasa.
Substitution. So that's Favilla. This is, if Almagro is a service specialist for Ateneo, Favilla is the service specialist for Quinto Perpetual. And he also serves as a secondary setter so that Clint Mateo can score.
Right, nice hustle there from the Quinto Tires. You really couldn't tell what was going on until they did it.
Number 6, Justin Favilla. Serving for Quinto
This goes back to what you were saying really earlier about utility players being able to do a lot of things.
Right, because unlike in basketball, Sir Joel, and volleyball, positions are very, very specific. You know?
Exactly.
So when it's really hard for one to be you can't be a setter and a spiker at the same time. But Kinto Tires seems to be proving that it is possible.
Substitution for Perpetual. Number 21, Mateo out. Number 7,
As another new player for Quinto Perpetual, Mohammed, checking into the game.
I believe he checked in also last set.
Here's Medino. Oh, so our referees, our officials, making sure, because this other young man from Ateneo, Tim Batak, is also a new player. Medino with the serve. Powerful attack there. As Batak will commit an error.
penetration under the net. Point for Quinto Perpetual.
So that will be a point for Quinto Perpetual. They're now at set point.
Number 11, Taluban in. Substitution for Perpetual.
Taluban will check in.
Number 12, Alcon out. Number 24.
Short-lived debut there for Batak so far.
At least there was an attempt of a point.
Serving for the set, number 24, Art Tangon.
Tangon will serve. And that is a set point saved by Alejos. Timeout is called on the floor. Score is 24-21. We'll be back. The Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles trying to survive this set. They're down 24-21. Alejos serving. And that is the set. Tangon deceiving the Ateneo defense.
Quinto Perpetual takes set number 3.
As Quinto Perpetual takes set number 3, 25-21. Let's take another look at that last play. They thought that Tangon was gonna go straight up.
You know, both teams utilizing decoys in their back row plays. So we'll see more of that, I believe, in set 4.
And with that, we'll be back. This is the NDSL Volleyball Series 2025. And you're still with us here at the Met Park Sports Center in Pasay as we take a look at the Black Mamba Energy Drink set recap. 2 sets to Kento Perpetual, 1 set to Ateneo. Tati, what was the story of that third set?
Honestly, in that third set, I really couldn't tell whether or not Ateneo would be able to really clutch, you know, in terms of defense. But on both ends, Ateneo is actually really doing well in terms of offense, especially with Medino on their side. Medino and Atendido really doing well, very consistent players. On the other hand, we have the Quinto Tires Perpetual, who Arozado is actually like pulling it together, and he's actually more consistent now. He's found his precision to his power.
And Ateneo also using some of their newer players in that third set to probably try and do a sort of magic bunot, kumbaga.
I believe Batak and
That's
Araneta
Araneta.
have a really long way to go, but I believe it was just the nerves.
Exactly. We'll see how much longer their development will be. Although it won't be here in the NDSL Volleyball Series 2025, this specific tournament. We might see them in future NDSL volleyball tournaments and other tournaments as well. As we start the fourth set, Ira Taluban. Here's Arozado. He's back in the side that he didn't have a lot of success at. As Atendido, siya naman ang medyo naghirap dito.
Now it's Ateneo's turn to find their consistency, to find that precision. Especially right now, do or die for them in this set.
Number 15, next turn, Arozado.
Arozado, let's see if he can replicate the success in his services on the other side here. Oh, that's good. But Christopher Alejos showing his younger counterparts. This is how you do it, guys. With as chill a manner. If you take a look at Christopher Alejos, he's like one of the most chill players here. JP Medino serving. Here's Albon. Repelled by the defense. And that goes out. Batak wanting to keep that in, but no.
I believe this set will specifically be close with Ateneo now knowing how the Kento Tires have already warmed up. It was a bit harder for them, especially since they were putting in a lot of their bench players, Ateneo.
Exactly. Arky Corpus serving, sailing out. Christopher Alejos. Here's the setup, and Albon hits it wide on that cross.
Quinto Tires getting a lot of errors so early in the game.
Serving number 7, Christopher Alejos.
Here's Palyasa. Denied that first time, but Albon finally getting it through.
Serving for Quinto Perpetual, number 17, Charles.
Palyasa, the kid who floats. Oh, nice drop there by Sendon.
I believe that Ateneo now wants to be able to catch up. You know, if they can bring this to a fifth set, that would actually be so respectable, especially since they're playing for pride.
Batak. His serve is received, but Quinto Perpetual couldn't get it over.
As we said, even though Ateneo is playing for pride right now, Perpetual has a lot on the line just
exactly.
to get into the semifinals.
So they want this win. That might also be a source of pressure for them. Taluban setting it up. Atendido just gives it over. Off the block for Jester Bornel.
Serving for Quinto Perpetual, number 12, Kento Albon.
Albon. That first attack was repelled. Second attack is too strong.
Point for Quinto Perpetual.
Bata coming in with a trying to make a statement here at his debut.
Albon with another serve. They wanted to go with another soft touch. What do you call that? A soft quick? Is there such a thing?
I don't think so. We can make it up.
Because that was a quick. And then it
Yes.
was a soft touch. And that will go for Lepris Atendido.
Ateneo unable to put up that second ball for a good offensive attack.
Serving for Ateneo, number 12, Atendido.
As Atendido will now serve. And he will commit another error.
Can Ateneo keep affording their service errors? No, they cannot.
Not at all.
Serving for Quinto Perpetual, number 10, Jester Bornel.
Bornel with that serve. Ball is still live, but it will sail out.
Ball is out.
So we head to the first technical timeout with Quinto Perps up 8-6. We'll be back. JP Medino has been a standout for Ateneo. And so has been Jester Bornel for Quinto Perpetual. But that service goes out.
But as we've been saying, Sir Joel, both teams have been really doing well in terms of offense. Medino and Bornel specifically. But I'd like to think that right now they need to focus on their defense, especially the jousts in the net. Ateneo is doing really well in those, but that means Quinto Tires needs to make sure that their defense never goes near the net.
Arrozado, another bright spot, if not the brightest so far, for all his inconsistency for Quinto Perpetual.
Serving for Quinto Perpetual, number 21, Clint Mateo.
Clint Mateo at the line with a service ace. So he not only serves, he also spikes and gets, he not only sets, but he also gets spikes and service aces.
Number 12, Atendido out. Number 16, Almagro in.
So Ateneo sending Atendido early, not specifically for a service. Oh, everyone went in for the attack there. as Medino will get that point.
To serve for Ateneo, number 11, Ina
Taluban on the serve. Mateo sets it up for Palyasa.
We're not seeing a lot of Palyasa in this match so far, but actually in the last game, Palyasa was one of the spikers that carried to their win.
Number 15, Dexter Arrozado.
Arrozado. The defense is there on that Ateneo attack. Alejos and Taluban connect.
Really good quick play there by Alejos and Taluban.
Let's take another look at that.
Number 18, John.
Knew exactly where each other was going to be. Knew exactly where to get that ball. Oh, that is off.
That's a point for Ateneo.
So that will be a point for Ateneo.
Mateo a little bit more inconsistent this game than last game.
That was something weird that happened right before he was going to hit the ball. A player ran right in front of Mateo. Palyasa will score.
Palyasa and Arrozado really showing their power in the wing.
Serving for Quinto Perpetual, number 16, Archie Corpus.
So it is now 12 serving 10 in the fourth set. Leos used his left hand there. Ball sailing all the way almost up to the ceiling.
Still safe, didn't touch the ceiling.
Ball is still live. Here we go. And finally, Almagro with a score.
Everybody laughing as they looked up Ateneo. Knowing full well if that touched the ceiling, it would have been over. That's why we love gyms that do not have low ceilings when you're playing volleyball.
But that is a service error for Alejos. Another point
Number 17, Charles.
going to Quinto Perpetual. Quick play, Sendon sends it through.
Serving for Ateneo, number 21, Tim Batak.
Batak will serve. Here's a setup. And that is off the block for Jester.
Still a close game, still anyone's game actually. Ateneo can still catch up. Only a 2-point lead by Perpetual.
Ball is live. And Sendon makes sure on the second try.
Serving for Ateneo, number 16, Anthony John Almagro.
Here's Mateo. A quick to Bornel, but Sendon was there with a kill block.
Sendon doing really, really well now that he's put in with these attack points and block points.
Serving number 16, Anthony John Almagro.
Went one-on-one against Jester Bornel there. Still good. And that is off the block for Jester Bornel.
Bornel getting back at Sendon for that point.
Serving for Quinto Perpetual, number 10, Jester Bornel.
And point will go. Quinto Perpetual as we head to the second technical timeout. 16-14. As we take a look at some fans, I think that they should know that they can wave. I think that they are Ateneo fans. They were cheering earlier when Sebastian Araneta was put into the game for the first time. And if you guys have time, you can still make your way here to Met Park Sports Center in Met Park. So it's just a stone's throw away from the MOA, SM MOA. So after watching volleyball, you can head on over to MOA since it is Payday Friday. So we hope to see you in our later games.
Serving for Quinto Perpetual, number 21, Clint Mateo.
Mateo with the serve. And our referee saying that that ball just sailed out.
Ateneo getting frustrated with back-to-back points. They disagreed with the referee.
Here's our first referee, Jover Educado, talking to Taluban.
Number 21, Clint Mateo, serving for the Altas.
Clint Mateo will serve. Drop ball goes in for Ira Taluban.
Taluban took that point a while ago personally.
Number 11, Ira Taluban, serving for the Blue Eagles.
Here's Mateo setting up Palyasa. Headshot from Palyasa.
Ateneo is trying to redeem every point.
Substitution for the Altas.
And now a new guy for the Altas. Corpus checks out. This is Sarmiento. In. Batak. His shot is blocked and it stays in just as he steps onto the floor. Sarmiento with a block point.
Perpetual really wanting to go into the semifinals.
As the timeout is called on the floor, score is 20-16 in favor of Perpetual. We'll be back. And the score is 20-16 in favor of Perpetual, as Albon makes it 21-16 with that hit.
To serve for the Altas, number 15, Dexter Arozado.
Arozado, he has corrected his services ever since that third set.
Ball goes to the net.
I think you spoke a little bit too soon, Sir Joel, there for Arozado. But Arozado has become more consistent as the game goes on.
Number 18, John Paulo Medino, serving for the Blue Eagles.
John Paulo Medino. His serve will also sail out, continuing our running theme of exchanging service errors.
Hopefully, even after the NDSL, both teams will be able to look back at their errors, especially in terms of service, and work on it.
And the smile on the face of Sarmiento, that was his first serve in this game. Jester Bornell with another block point there. Bornell has really been doing it all for the Quinto Perpetual Tires. Sarmiento. Good serve. Oh, two players colliding into each other. Palyasa immediately attacking the libero. He knew that Crisostomo was a little out of sorts after that collision earlier.
Crisostomo touching his right ear a lot. Hopefully he's okay. Being checked on by both referees.
And Sarmiento. 7 match points for Quinto Perpetual. Almadro not wanting to give it up. Not wanting to let it down. Medino gets it over. Just wants to come around. And Bornell finishing the game. Quinto Perpetual will move. Will have a solid spot in the semifinals.
Honestly, good on both teams. They both did very well. You could see Ateneo's hunger last time in the last game. But unfortunately, the Quinto Tires found their footing faster. They were able to adapt in terms of defense and continued their offensive strategy throughout the game.
And a lot of good performances on both sides. That for Ateneo, they had Medino, who did pretty well. Atendido, and as well as Alejos. Yes. Meanwhile, on the side of Quinto Perpetual, we were on his case a little bit because of his service errors and his inconsistency. Dexter Arozado, he also did well. As we take a look at the Black Mamba Energy Drink set recap, 3-1 for Quinto Perpetual. And these are set for highlights for you. And really, it was a lot of the errors and the defense of Quinto Perpetual getting them this match.
But kudos to Ateneo. They have a lot of developing players, a lot of players who I believe will stand out in this upcoming UAAP season. And I think that even the bench players, the ones that were only there for a couple of seconds, did really well, tried their best. And I know right now their development was more important.
Speaking of standing out, we've got our best player of the game, brought to you by 4F. Together we play for the planet, and he's none other than Jester Bornell, who is with Andrea right now. Andrea?
Thank you, Joel, our best player of the game. None other than Jester Bornell of Quinto Perpetual. You were doing it all here in this game, Jester. Saan ba nanggaling yung ganitong klaseng kumpiyansa?
Yun lang, tinatrabaho lang namin yung mga sinasabi ng coaches namin as well as yung nasa training namin, in-apply lang, and then more on adjustment talaga kami. So yun, kaya namin napanalo kasi connect lang kami ng connect sa isa't isa.
Jester, pasok na kayo sa semifinals. Congratulations. Ano ba yung nilulook forward mo doon?
I'm looking forward na sana kahit pa paano makasabay kami sa kahit sa pangatlo ganun. Pero ipupush namin na makaabot ng championship.
Good luck with that. Jester, baka may gusto kang pasalamatan.
Una po, thank you po sa Centro Bar Restaurant. Thank you rin po sa family ko, Bornel Escalante family. Tsaka sa girlfriend ko dyan, tsaka kay Hope. Ingat kayo dyan. Tsaka sa Perpetual Community, binabati ko kayo. Thank you po.
Congratulations to Jester and of course to Quinto Perpetual. Back to you guys.
And congratulations to Jester, Bornel, and the Quinto Perpetual Tires Altas. Up next, we've got Alpha Protectors going up against VNS. On behalf of my partner, Tati Dulce, Andrea Veloso, our courtside reporter, this has been Joel Porcon. We hope to see you in that second game. This is the National Developmental Sports League 2025 Volleyball Series.